Hello traders and welcome to another video analysis. Today is Wednesday, 27th of January 2021. Let's take a look at the Forex calendar. It looks like we have some important data to release. As you can see, some data had been already released during the Tokyo session. We got the consumer price index data released 1:30 from the Australia for the fourth quarter, and this data are better than expected, 0.9% versus 0.7% expected, but it's still worse than the previous quarter. The previous quarter was 1.6%. Anyway, kind of interesting data here. 2-minute median CPI from RBA is in line with expectations, 0.4%, and the weighted median is a little bit better than expected, 0.5% versus 0.4% forecast. So we will definitely take a look on the Australian dollar. During the London session, we got the GfK consumer climate data from Germany. As you can see, there was than expected, and it's like a twice worse. So the consumer climate in Germany is getting lower, is decreasing, and that's everything for the London session basically. No important data here, but we got major event during the New York session. The first thing is 2:30 durable goods orders, of course, from the US, and then 4:30 crude oil inventories. That's important news for everyone who is trading the crude oil. We will take a look at this at the crude oil as well for the analysis, and then of course 8 o'clock p.m. we got the FOMC interest rate decision statement and the press conference. So very important thing, very important data for the US dollar. So I think we should take a look on the euro dollar as well. So let's start from the Australian dollar. So what do we have here? As you can see, we have been trading inside of this narrow zone. So this narrow zone had been established between two levels, 7,679 pips as a support and 7,822 pips as a resistance. Of course, we got some minor technical resistance here, like a high from the 14th or the lows from the 18th of the January, but the main thing is that there is no daily close above this level or no daily close below this level. So right now, as you can see, momentum is getting a little bit lower than it was, but this consolidation is in line with my expectations and in line with the scenario, because the scenario was 5 ways up. The five ways up are now completed, and the market is, of course, getting is making the consolidation. As you can see, we can make some kind of a this kind of a trend line here as well. So this consolidation is a part of a corrective cycle in this market. So what we do here, we are waiting for any breakout. Of course, if the dollar would bounce higher, as our different analysis shown yesterday, then of course American dollar will go up and Australian dollar will go down. So we should keep an eye basically on 7,679 and then 7,643. If those two levels are clearly violated, there is daily candle close below these levels, then of course we go towards 7,483. But if the American dollar will keep trading on the lower levels and there is no reversal, no correction, then of course we should expect some kind of a rally higher, maybe not that dynamic as it used to be, but some sort of a test of 7,822. So this is the current situation on the Australian dollar. Let's take a look at the crude oil. The crude oil is trading inside of this channel, so it's in line with our scenario. And right now, as you can see, we are getting to test the the level of 54.51. So we got this trend line here as it was before, and maybe one day the market will break above this first short-term trend line and then test the 54, 51 technical resistance levels. It's marked in a blue arrow. But for now, as you can see, we are consolidating inside of this channel, but very, very close to the lower channel line. We got this situation before here, and then price bounced. The question is whether this day or tomorrow is the day for the bounce higher to keep this uptrend intact. Because if there is any breakout out of the channel, then 50.64 is the next target. Eventually, even 49.29 is the next target for bears, because those are two technical support levels for the crude oil. If there's a breakout higher, nice daily candle will close above trend line and then above this local high at 53.89. Then of course the target is 54.51, and then we will see. Right now we are consolidating, so the further targets for the bulls will be posted as soon as there is a test of 54.51. In RSI, right, on this small part of the RSI chart, as we can see, the market had bounced from 57, so it's still positive momentum. 61, 62 points is right now the current momentum, so the momentum is positive, is strong, and might be getting ready for the breakout higher. So for now, uptrend is intact. We are waiting for the breakout higher from the consolidation. And the last but not least, euro dollar ahead of the FOMC interest rate decision, press conference and statement. So our scenario, our plan of the ABC corrective pattern is still intact. The high for the wave B had been done. We got the decline, then we are fighting back. And as far as I can see, everything is right now under the control of the bulls. So they are still fighting for the short-term trend line, of course, but we are waiting for another trigger for the move lower, because it looks like this wave C is still not completed. So maybe the FOMC interest rate decision, maybe some part of the statement, maybe some comments on the press conference will be enough to trigger this move down. If there is, however, any sort of a move up, please remember we can still place the wave B top even at 1.2233, which is 61% of the Fibonacci retracement, and still this scenario is valid. Okay, only a breakout above 1.2235 is would mean that the this scenario, ABC corrective scenario, is violated, and the price will most likely hit the intraday technical resistance 1.2273. So please pay attention to the current market behavior after the interest rate is published, and of course on the press conference and during the press conference and after the statement is published. So any breakout lower, and especially below the level of 1.2108, which is the low of yesterday, would eventually trigger another sell-off towards 1.2013 on the US, on the euro to the US dollar. So very interesting situation, kind of a slow, but I think that the most of the market participants just awaits for the interest rate decision and press conference and statement and all of this situation to make a decision whether they should continue the wave C, or maybe they should just make the wave B a little bit higher towards 1.2235. So 8 o'clock p.m. please remember, FOMC interest rate decision. We will see. Maybe there will be some kind of a surprise. Maybe there will be some kind of a surprising talking, surprising comments, surprising indications from the Federal Reserve. So kind of interesting to keep an eye on this event today. For me, that's everything for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.